All right, so the first thing to make a face is to take this piece of paper, fold it in half because everything's symmetrical, and we're going to make the curve of our face. So we're going to make a nice fat oval there with flat sides. Let me show you a bad example here. It's not going to be very big and it's got curved sides that aren't flat on the side. All right, so I'm going to cut out my good example. I'm going to show you. When I open it up, it's going to look very much like a head. So open that, cut it, open it up, and it looks like a head. This one, I'm going to show you, it's too skinny and it doesn't flatten out on the edge. So see, it just looks like a, I don't know, football or something. So here's my, and then you're going to take your head and you're going to fold it in half, going vertically. So you've got half going vertically and half going horizontally because your face is symmetrical. We're going to do the eyes. Now that fold in the middle of your face is actually where your eyes go. I know it doesn't feel like your eyes go there, but they do. Now, a lot of people draw their eyes too big, so make sure you don't draw your eyes too big. There you go. And since it's folded in half, we're going to cut them together, and we're going to save that negative space so we can draw our irises. So don't throw that away. Put that back together, or don't cut it out in two spots or in two separate things. And put that off to the side. Then make sure that you open it up and flip it so that these eyes are symmetrical. Otherwise, it will look weird. So you flip them open so they are the same. I know that your forehead looks way too big right now, but we need to leave lots of room for your hair and your bangs because the top of your head actually is where all your hair is, not where your eyes are. Glue your eyes right on that middle fold there. Then take that negative space, take your strip of eye color, fold it in half so that you can have two perfectly symmetrical irises. And you're going to draw the circle inside that negative space there. See, that way your iris isn't falling out of your eyeball. Cut it out, and you're cutting the two of them together. Just like that. And when you open it, flip them open like a book. And make sure they're not all funky or weird like that. Make sure you're not cross-eyed. Glue them straight there in the middle of your eyeball. So your irises go straight in the middle of your eyeball. Perfect. And we're not going to worry about the pupils because it's too easy to get those off center, and then you look cross-eyed even though your irises are perfectly centered. So now we're doing the nose, and we're going to have a pop-out nose. And to have a pop-out nose, first you draw a nice big triangle, a little bit bigger than you think you should, because we need to leave room for the flaps. Cut that triangle out. And if you want it to pop up, you have to fold little glue flaps there. Just fold little glue flaps like that. Put the glue on and have it still pop out a little bit. Just like that. You can put your pencil in if that helps, or just pinch your nose. There you go. All right, the next one is the lips, and you're just going to get a little strip for the lips. Lips only go as far as the middle of your eyeball. So I'm holding my folded piece of paper above my eye, a little bump up, a little bump down, make some eye shape or some lip shape there on top of my eyes, and that way when I open it up, it's only as wide as the middle of my eyes so that it is proportional, because we're also learning about the proportions of our face. Glue that down at the bottom, still leaving myself some chin. Now it's time for the hair. Now we all have different color hair and different types of texture of hair. I have thick, curly, dark brown hair, so that's what I'm going to show you. So I lay my paper, I lay my face on top of my hair paper there and sketch it out and then cut it out. All right, once it's cut out, then you do your bangs, and you take this piece of paper, the smaller piece of paper, and you trace your forehead so that it is right there against your forehead. And then you're going to cut out that traced part, and that's if you just have straight bangs. Now I've got bangs that I tuck behind my ears, so I'm just going to make those two curved lines that form when I tuck things behind my ears. and then I glue that on like that. That's about as far as I expect you to get today, but I do want to show you some more hair examples because there's all different kinds of hair. So I showed you brown hair. Blonde hair, we're going to use yellow with brown lowlights. And since I showed you curly hair, I'll show you straight hair with the blonde. And you just draw a straight curved line there, or curved line at top and then straight down. And there is straight blonde hair, but blonde hair has what we call low light. So take a brown marker and you're just going to add some extra hair lines to give it that depth and that texture. There. And then of course you would add the bangs as well. For brown hair, you're going to use a black marker to add the low lights, and for my curls I use curly lines, and then it looks like curly hair. Okay, for boys, very similar to just having your bangs, but you give yourself a little bit more space above that forehead, because you actually have a little bit of cushion there on your forehead with your hair. And then that's just a boy straight haircut. If you've got some more going on with your bangs, you can give yourself a little bit more interest with your bangs or with the top of your hair. There's another boy haircut as well. All right, and that is as far as I expect you to get today. So just get all the way to your hair, get your hair glued down, and then we'll finish up the rest of your portrait next week. Okay, so now we're going to work on the eyebrows. To do the eyebrows, you're just going to draw an arch like an eyebrow, two thick lines that come together there, and cut that out. Make sure that you cut it in half so you don't have a unibrow. Now, eyebrows are extremely expressive, so you need to be careful how you glue down your eyebrows, because if you glue them going certain directions, it conveys certain moods. So, oops, my nose fell off. Just put that back on. And remember, you can put the nose on flat if it's not staying on as a bump. So that's a mad face. That's a sad face. And all I'm doing is changing my eyebrows. That's like a little worried. That's a really mad face. It's like a curious or wondering face. Surprised. And if you just put the eyebrows on at equal distance, right above the eye there, with about a finger's width above the eye, then that's just a normal listening face, like you would take for a portrait. So I'm just going to do a normal listening face. I'm not going to express any kind of other mood here. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to put on your neck. Put your neck, slip it in there under your head before you glue on your hair. If you've already glued on your hair, you can probably get it up there. Then you're going to fold a 9x6 piece of paper, fold it horizontally, take off the shoulders, and cut the collar. Curved lines going that way. Make sure that you don't have a super long giraffe neck. I left you a lot of neck there so that you could glue the shirt on. But you want to make sure that the shirt is an appropriate height. I'm going to add my apron. You could also do this with overalls, just by taking your paper and going vertically, cutting out a rectangle there. At this point, it really is up to you how you're going to decorate your clothes. When you decorate your clothes, you should be decorating them so they are unique to you, so that they look like something you wear on a fairly regular basis. So if you're really into Star Wars, or make a Star Wars shirt, or Minecraft, make a Minecraft shirt. Or if you love wearing a certain jacket or hoodie, go ahead and cut some paper out and depict that hoodie or that jacket. I'm going to go ahead and glue on my head to my hair now. And if you want to add something for your hair, for your head, like if you want to add a hat, you can add a hat. I'm going to add a headband. Again, just by kind of like how I did my bangs, only much smaller. So I'm just making an arch that will go above my head to look like a headband. If you want to add a hat or a ball cap, you can do that, or a flower or a headband, sunglasses. It's up to you and your creativity and your ability. Feel free to do that. Any other embellishments that you would like to make, I want you to just be creative and give us clues about who you are based on this portrait, just like Frida did. The last step is to glue it onto a white piece of paper and then decorate that white piece of paper into an environment that really shows us who you are and the things that you love to do. So if you love to go camping, you should draw a nature scene. If you love baseball, draw a baseball field. If you love soccer, draw a soccer field. If you love video games, draw a TV with a video game in the background. Whatever it is that you love, you should go ahead and draw that in the background.